If you think about your business right now, 80% of the activities in your business give you 20% of the result. 20% of the activities in your business are giving you 80% of the result. You're probably asking, what are those activities? The number one activity that's going to give you the biggest payoff, busyness, is just a distraction from the core activities that you should be working in your business. So what happens is we mistake busyness for productivity. They are not the same sports. Why doing more is actually making you less money. That probably sounds like a contradiction, and you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean? If I don't do more work, I'm not going to make money? I'm going to explain to you why that is the case, because doing more... Hey guys, welcome to the Painter's Circle, where we help painting business owners scale their operations, increase profitability, and gain more time freedom. I'm Tas Moulis, and in this podcast, I'll share actionable tips, expert strategies, and real-world insights that'll help you grow your painting business without burning you out. Ready to take your painting business to the next level? Let's go. Oh yeah! Hey guys, why doing more is actually making you less money. Now, that probably sounds like a contradiction, and you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean? If I don't do more work, I'm not going to make money? I'm going to explain to you why that is the case, because doing more, fair enough, keeps you busy. But if your goal in business is to be busy, you'll be busy. But for most painting business owners that I speak to, they have three goals in building their business. One, to make money. Two, to get their time back. Three, to have control over their business. I've yet to meet anyone that goes, you know what, my goal in business, Tas, is just to be busy. I want to be busy, working all day long, doing more stuff, being busy. That's not really the goal. So you're going to fall into one of those three categories. So I want to break down for you today. I'm actually going to draw for you today why doing more is actually making you less money. So let's do this. Cool. So I'm not known for my drawing skills, so don't critique my drawing skills. I'm going to do the best I can, but these are pretty cool pens, and this is a pretty cool sketchboard. So this is you. And you got a hat on, and you got this nice smiley face. You're over here now. So your goal, and we're going to focus on why doing more is not actually making you more money. And over here is the prize, more money, okay? So where you are right now is a little green man, and where you want to be is all the way over here. So what happens in your painting business? Let's break it down. So over the next 2 to 5 years, let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're currently here, making whatever that you're making. And your theory and your what you're trying to do in your business, I'm going to do more so I can make more money over here. Now, your goal might be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've put 5 just so we can have some context when I'm mapping this out for you. So what happens is you start here today and you get to year 1, right? And you grow and you get busy and you do all this work and all this activity and you land back over here. All these activities now are keeping you busy. This is what I like to call the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel is those activities that just keep spinning and spinning. So you've done year 1. Then you go again year 2. But what happens in year 2? This is what happens. You go faster and faster. You get busier and busier and busier and busier and busier and busier and busier. Oh, and you land over here. So you've actually fallen short of your second year goal. And you go, you know what? I'm going to work harder next year. I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more of the thing that's not already working. Far out. And you go again. And you still fall short of your 3-year target. And you go again. Can you see what's happening? Can you see the dynamic of what's happening right now? You're doing more stuff. You're doing more activity. You're doing all these things, and you're doing more because you want to do all the things in your business. You want to be the expert in every area of your business. You want to cover all things in throughput, in all things input, and all things in output. But what's happening is you're just getting more tired. So we've gone 3 years into your business and you're at 1, 2, 3, you're at 4-year mark. So you've done 4 years worth of work in 3 years. So you haven't hit the goal that you said you would hit by year 3. And we go again. And this is what happens to all the painting business owners I speak to. They go, I've got to do more. I've got to work longer hours. Have you ever said that? No, just me. I burnt out. They go, you know what we're going to do? We're going to drop our prices so we can win more work. don't do that. So they go again and they have this theory. We're going to do more stuff. More when we get back here. Those loops, I like to call them looping, by the way. That looping is creating the situation that is the hamster wheel of building your painting business. I see it time and time and time again. Painting business owners get stuck in this looping, in this cycle. They mistake busyness with productiveness. If you think about your business right now, 80% of the activities in your business give you 20% of the result. 20% of the activities in your business are giving you 80% of the result. You're probably asking, what are those activities? The number one activity that's going to give you the biggest payoff is becoming better at winning more profitable jobs. If your goal is to become better at doing admin or better at being a better painter, you are going to spin. You are going to be stuck on that hamster wheel, running faster, trying to keep up. Because I found this one thing to be true in business. Money solves problems. So your ability to win profitable work will be able to solve the problems of growing your business. Doing more of the things that don't actually move the needle isn't going to solve the problems of your business. So for me, let's go green. Busyness is just a distraction from the core activities that you should be working in your business. So what happens is we mistake busyness for productivity. They are not the same sports. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're productive. So I want you to start thinking about, in your business, where are the areas that are keeping you busy? This is a really complicated concept for painting business owners to understand, because fundamentally we get into our business and we go, I want to be busy. I want to win more work. And we get trapped in this cycle. We get trapped in the hamster wheel. We get trapped in the loop. And we mistake busyness with the objective of the running of the business. The purpose of business is not to be busy. If you are stuck filling your days with being busy, I'm telling you now, it's the biggest distraction from you growing your business to anywhere near 7 figures, let alone multiple 7 figures. This is one principle I've seen true of painting business owners that get past $1, $2, $3, past $3 million, is if they're busy, the business is stuck. Because if they're not guiding the business, operating at a strategic level, managing their team, and they're stuck in the doo-doo is the weeds is doing all the activities in the business, it cannot move. You, as the business owner, become the bottleneck in your business. You understand what a bottleneck is? Here's another example. Do you ever feel like in your business that you have to make all the decisions? Do you ever feel like in your business that everyone comes to you because they have to approve things through you? If you have that situation in your business right now and you get overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed, it's because of this concept called decision fatigue. If you have so much energy in your day and your per week, right? And you have to solve problems, answer questions, but every single question has to come through you, it leaves you less energy to work on the core important function of your business that actually move the needle. So if you can't make important decisions and you have to make decisions around, oh, should we put our logo on the shirt? Or where does the sign go? Or when do we get the magnets for our vehicles? Or should we be sending those invoices today? If you're stuck at that level of decision making and you can't make decisions around who are our ideal clients, how do we get more work with them? Who are the people I need to talk to? What relationships do I need to build? If you can't have conversations around those sort of situations, and you have to have conversations around, do we need more brushes? Do I have to get some no more gap for a job? If you're stuck, or is there a ladder that we don't have? If you're stuck making little decisions in the business, you can't make the important decisions in the business. So decision fatigue, if you're stuck and overwhelmed and you don't know where to go, that's what's creating it. You know what's creating it? It's because you've created a business that requires you to make all the decisions. And why is that? Because you're trapped in being busy because you thought being busy was the goal of business. It's not. Busyness is a distraction from the core function in your business, whatever that happens to be. If you don't know what that is, go to sales. If you're stuck, go to sales, because winning profitable work and making money solves problems. Just quickly, guys, if you're a painting business owner and you're overworked, overwhelmed, and underpaid, we can help. Hit the link below in the show notes to learn more. Now back to the episode. In the absence of clearly defined goals in your business, you will become enslaved and distracted by low value and low priority tasks that will take you away from working on the highest level activities in your business. So if you don't have clear goals in your business, you're going to get stuck doing all this noisy activity. So a really important part of being a business owner and building a sustainable, profitable painting business is your ability to eliminate distractions. Now, when I say eliminate distractions means all those business activities that have you stuck making decisions that really don't matter to the business and move you away from having sales-related conversations, strategic conversations. You're stuck in conversations around tactics and strategies is going to have you spinning your wheels, looping and looping and looping time and time again. Another terrible strategy is multitasking. I don't know about you, and you may be the exception to the norm, or you may be the unicorn out there that you can multitask. I have yet to find anyone that can multitask massive projects consecutively with any success, because what happens is your inability to focus on a project for a long period of time distracts you because you're working on multiple projects. There's an interesting dynamic in business where we're playing two games. Now, in the game of business, very different to the game of sport or Monopoly. Everyone knows Monopoly, everyone knows football or sport. There's a beginning and end. In the game of business, there's no real end. So in the game of business, we're playing really to stay in business, to build a profitable business and profitable entity that runs without us. So within the game of business, there's two games we're running. We're running a short game, which is the reactive game, the stuff that we do every single day. And we're playing a long game. Strategically, over the next 1, 2, 3, 5 years, where do we want our business to be at? What happens is when we start multitasking at the short game, we keep moving the goalposts. It distracts you from hitting the targets in your business. So not only is eliminating distractions really important, but reducing the amount of multitasking that you're doing at any one time is going to significantly speed up your ability to make money in business. If you multitask, it's going to slow you down. So what I like to do is when I'm working on a project, I might put a timer on my desk and I run it for 22 minutes. So I'll focus on one task at a time for 22 minutes until I can get to the 22-minute mark. Now, that avoids me multitasking, jumping on Facebook, jumping on Instagram, mucking around on emails, and getting projects done. If you try and do multiple tasks at a time, like you're trying to quote a job or read plans or do schedule or do payroll or another function of your business, every single one of those tasks takes longer than expected. If you're trying to check emails and do a quote, the quote probably takes you only like half an hour or 45 minutes, but you're trying to read emails at the same time. So now that multitasking is doubling the time frame to do your quote. So in regards to running your business on two games, all the activities that are current, that are reactive, and the things you're doing in the business right now, put them into the short game basket. And that short game basket are the activities that you want to delegate. So you want to build your team, you want to build your processes, your workflows or systems that can handle those activities. They're usually the day-to-day activities, compliance activities, systematic activities, or process activities. The long game is strategic. That is where you add value to your painting business, because that's a strategic plan, as in the next 12 months, we want to increase our residential repaint market of our business by 20%. That's a very different game. Now, it requires short game activities. So when you're stuck in short game activities, when you're stuck in business, when you're stuck in multitasking, when you're stuck in making all the decisions in your business, you can't grow your business. You can't get better. You can't make more money. We find ourselves stuck in that loop, on that hamster wheel, spinning, spinning, spinning. And we mistake running faster or doing more that's going to fix the problem. It just doesn't do it. You've probably heard the saying, how do we do more with less? Another way of saying that is leverage. Do you know what leverage is? Another way of saying leverage is if you've had a loan of any sort, whether it be a vehicle loan, a home loan, whatever it happens to be, and then you go to a financer or a bank and they loan you the money. And it's like 3 to 10%. And you go, oh, that's not that much. But compounded over time, it compounds and you end up paying way more than you thought you were going to pay. So that's leveraging money compounding over time. Another form of leverage is, let's go down leverage. That's negative leverage. You're like Macca's. You like cheeseburgers and you have a cheeseburger every couple of days. And then what happens over time is you compound, your health compounds in a negative scenario. So leverage can work up or down. Typically in business, I don't see business owners fail overnight. An example of that would be, let's say you're distracted in business, you're too busy running all the functions of business and you haven't been monitoring the performance of the jobs. And the jobs have been coming in under budget. Well, you've been going over budget by like 1 or 2%, which in the grand scheme of things, you can't actually see them happening in real life. But imagine if your business was losing 1% per month for 12 months. By month 1, you don't really care. By month 2, not too much. But by month 12, 12% off your pace in your business is significant. If you're running at like 15, 20% net profit and you lose 12% by 1% per month, that's a significant hit. You don't really feel it until the end of the financial year and you start looking at the numbers. So that's leverage compounding in a negative way. So leverage is a really useful tool in your business, how you can make sure you're consistently adding profitable work to your business. So if you want to get out of that loop, you have to start looking at what are the critical areas of my business that the highest level priority of my time. I can tell you now, none of it is in output. None of it is in doing admin. There's no leverage in admin. I've yet to see how I can leverage and make more money by reading more emails or doing book work or reconciling my accounts. The best leverage of your time in your business in steps is get out of output and move to throughput. Because even then you would double your ROI if you are on the tools. Now, I'm not saying for you to get on the tools, because if you're a business owner, if you're a painting business owner and you want to get to multiple 7 figures, you staying on the tools is going to be the number one thing holding you back. That'll be your distraction. That'll be your busyness. That'll be the thing that you identify with that's keeping you stuck where you are. The highest form of leverage of your time in your painting business is your ability to win more profitable work. Now, I have a camp over here that maybe, just maybe, you don't feel comfortable having sales conversations, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to put your hand up and hire or recruit someone that is. Because if you don't, that is, you're leaving so much money on the table, because the leverage in your business is going to come from input. It's going to come from your ability to market and sell your services at a premium rate so that your team can do the work and hit budget so that you can manage that business. Getting stuck, doing the things, being busy, doing all the activities is not going to make you money in your painting business. If anything, it'll keep you busy. And if you want to be busy, it'll keep you really, really busy. But I don't think you want to be busy. I actually think you want one of 3 things. You want to make more money, you want to get your time back, and you want better control of your business. I want to share a story with you that is actually happened to me. It's probably one of the most difficult decisions I had to make. When you get anywhere near to your wit's end or burning out in your business because you've been stuck in this looping, you've been stuck in doing more because you mistakenly think being busy is the way to making money, is you actually have to let go. And I know that sounds difficult, but the reality is if you're the business owner and all decisions are coming through you and you're stuck with all this business and you're running out of time, you're the bottleneck. You know what that means? That means you're the stuck part of your business. Just think of a hose, okay? You've got a garden hose and you put a kink in it. You're the kink. So all the water's getting to this point and it's getting stuck with you. You're the one holding it back. Remember, your business, your painting business has its own life. It needs water or oxygen to survive, and you're the one constricting it because you feel like you need to do everything. You feel like your identity is based on you being busy. If you're being busy, everyone sees you being busy. You're doing the right thing. You can put your hand up and go, hey, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. But what's actually holding your business back from making money is you. So The biggest lesson I had in my painting business is once I stepped out of the way, it could function. My team could function. The business could function. It could actually do the thing it was supposed to do. And guess what happened? It didn't rely on me. And your business doesn't rely on you. I know you think it does, but as long as you keep intercepting every conversation, getting involved in every conversation, handbraking everyone else in the business, and not letting them do their job or do the thing they're supposed to be doing, you're going to be trapped and the business won't make money. If anything, it's going to make less money. Per hour of your time, you're going to make less. So whatever you do, don't mistake busyness for productivity. You being busy is not an accurate reflection of your ability to make money. Thanks for watching, guys. If you got a ton of value, I'd love to hear some feedback. If you think I suck, love to hear some feedback too. I'm taking all comments and all feedback. I'm taking all comments and all feedback. I'd love to hear from you. Stay cool, be well, and as usual, see you in 2 eps. Bye. Hey guys, if you got value from today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss expert tips. If you want some support, check out the link in the show notes and see how we can help you. Don't forget to follow us on socials @PainterCoach. Stay cool, be well, and as usual, see you in 2 eps. Bye.